Hello everyone and welcome back to another Starfield shipbuilding guide. Today we're going to be looking at how to make the Yellowjacket. This is a custom fighter build that I did. It is extremely small. Pretty happy with it. But with that being said, make sure that you check the description for any and all mods. I do have a new mod that I have installed, so I'll no longer be using the M-Class modules because they weigh a ton, and with this other mod it just makes things a lot easier. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start on the bottom. Actually, let's start with the coloring. For the entire thing, if I look at this, color 1 is the black color. Color 2 is also this black color on the bottom, and then color 3, I believe, is the yellow, I think. Yeah, so color 3 is just your standard yellow color. So make sure you do that, otherwise it's not gonna, you're not gonna have the right coloring. So starting with the bottom, we have a 10 ST hauler shielded cargo, and then behind that we've got an AccuLander 11 landing gear, and behind that another 10 ST hauler shielded cargo, and then on top of the cargo we have an equipment plate with the MKE-9A auto Gauss gun. Next to that, we've got the NG6 landing bay, and then another 10 ST hauler shielded cargo hold, and then lastly, it's just a mirror of the other side. We have the 10 ST hauler shielded cargo, AccuLander 11 landing gear, and then another 10 ST shielded cargo. And of course, on top of that, again, we have an equipment plate with the MKE-9 auto Gauss gun. On the landing gears, the AccuLander 11 landing gears, make sure you've got the curved portion pointing outwards on both of them. So here and here. So that's the first layer. Moving on to the second, we have the Stroud nose cap B for top, and then behind that we've got the HopeTech Captain's Quarters 2x1. The next to that we have a Deimos Wing E port aft, so that is connected to the Captain's Quarters right there. And then behind that we have a Deimos braking engine, and then a Deimos hull A, another Deimos hull A, and another Deimos hull A. And on the last two hulls, we've got two equipment plates with an Obliterator 250 MeV auto alpha beam on the front, and then the Atlati 280C missile launcher on the back. Next to that, we do have a Deimos Wing A port. And then, moving back to the centerpiece, we have a HopeTech storeroom behind the Captain's Quarters, and then we have a Deimos hull A on the very back, and then another Deimos hull A again with the missile launcher. So this whole section here just mirrors this side. And do not forget the Deimos Wing E's right here. Kind of helps with curvature and whatnot. I think it looks, just adds a little something to it. For the engines do attach to these. What we're going to do, we're going to take our, let's do it this way, better way. We're going to take our Deimos hulls, all three on the back, move them back, and then we're going to grab our three SAL 6830 engines. That's what I'm using. And we're going to snap those in right there on the bottom snap point. And then we can select our 3 Dymos holes, move them back. Just like that. That's how the second layer should look. For the top layer, and this is going to get somewhat confusing, but we will go over that in just a moment. We've got the Viking CP220 cockpit, and then next to that we have a Dymos cowling 4, Dymos hole A, and then another Dymos hole A. On the back Dymos hole we have a Dymos wing E attached to the side of it. Notice how it is flipped. It is not flipped that way. It's flipped that way so that it curves towards the back. And then we have a Dymos spine D on top. We then have right here in the center, dead center, we have a HopeTech storeroom 1x1 with the Connector Pro Docker top. And then we have another Dymos hole A behind that. And then this side mirrors this side. So that's another Dymos hole A with Dymos spine B, Dymos wing E, Dymos hole, and Dymos cowling 4. Now at this point, if you followed the video, I would suggest getting everything into place before the last part. We're going to be doing some glitch building. Way to get this to work, you want this to line up, I believe, just like that. That looks right. I think that's how you want it. Yes. So you want your engines to line up with your shielded cargo on the back here. And then for this piece, select all, and voila, that snaps in nice and neat right there. You want your cockpit, for frame of reference, you want the cockpit to be right over the HopeTech captain's quarters. Now notice we have our grav drive, reactor, shield generators, and our 2 fuel tanks over here. What we want, where I have decided to put them, and we'll start with the reactor because why not? We want to move the back, or excuse me, the top center Dymos hole, and then the back right Dymos hole. We want both of those moved. Reason being, you can then take your reactor, it'll snap right in there, and then take your shield. You should be able to snap that to the reactor. Let's wait on that, because I don't know if that's going to want to snap to the reactor or if it snaps to this. Once you have your reactor in place, we're going to start the glitch building process. Alright, so make sure it overlays like that, and then select all, grab it, and see it moves right where it needs to go. And then for the H40 Atlas HE3 tanks, we're going to have both of them facing to the left, so the attach point's on the left. And before I forget, the reactor I'm using is the Tokamak X200 reactor. This is a mod, someone modified the reactor so it's a C-class, and it has a bunch of power that it generates. And then the grav drive I'm using is the Aurora 11G grav drive, which is B-class, and again it was modified so that it puts out a lot of grav drum thrust. So make sure you get those. Fuel tank, we are going to just do like that, and then that snaps into place. Like that. Again, that snaps into place nice and neat. And then this should pop in right there, and this is going to be problematic. It's going to want to snap on the top. We don't want that. So, I'm going to select all. Ta-da, right there. And this right there. Just like that. Now notice these two things got off. It's because they're connected to the Deimos holes. So just put that back. Put that back. And voila! We are done. Very small ship, very simple ship to build. Nothing too crazy about this one. And then I'm going to take y'all on a short tour because it is a very, very small ship. So we have our cargo 1x1 storeroom. That's what I'm looking for. And then open up this door, and we have the captain's cabin. This is the only two Habs that I have in this ship. Again, this is supposed to be a fighter build, so it's supposed to be small. That's kind of the whole point. And then we can go up the ladder. There is only one ladder in this, and we have another 1x1 cargo area, and then we have the cockpit, and that's it. That is the entirety of the inside of the ship. I did try to make it a little bit smaller, but it just didn't work. Okay, now we're going to take off. Goes. Notice the reactors and whatnot, they don't take a whole lot of power. So you can really just you don't got to really worry about power with this thing if you have the mods. This is the only way to really do this unless you get rid of one of the engines, which is what I originally did. But I've since swapped it, obviously. Still packs a really bad punch, so I mean, good luck. But you can see how small this thing is, like in comparison to some of the bigger ships that are out here. Definitely not my normal build. I normally build big things, but I wanted to have a small fighter in my first one. Who's trying to shoot me? Yeah, so, obviously, this is not a ship you want to fight against. Again, it is modded, so I'm cheating pretty bad right now, but it's whatever. No, I don't really care too much. More enemies? Seriously? Goes goodbye. Everyone's dead. So that is the build. If you wish to make this, that's how it's made. Again, really small, good little fighter. Very, very, very happy with it. But again, check the description. Make sure you've got all of the mods in the description, because that is important. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.